Okay, let's talk about the problem with abundance. Clients tell me all the time that they want to feel expansive and have this really abundant feeling. Okay, that's fine. Have you ever said this to yourself or a coach before? And if you have, are you probably still wanting it to happen? Yes, I'm not surprised. If it hasn't happened for you and many others I've talked to, it's because there are a few problems with this. First of all, it's too general of a statement. How would you know when you have this expansiveness? How would you know when you have that experience or the experience of abundance? The universe doesn't know how to conspire on your behalf for this. It could mean an abundance of laundry or dog hair on your couch or the expansiveness of clutter or even bills. Do you really want those things? Do you really want to leave it just at that generalized statement and hope for the best? Probably not. So what is it for you? So you need to get very specific about it. And if that's hard to do, then you can start with the feeling you'd like to have. What will it feel like when you have abundance? What will it feel like when you are experiencing expansiveness? Can you describe how it will feel in your body, in your heart, in your breath, and in your surrounding environment? You need to do this first. Then once you do that, you need to ask yourself, what does that expansiveness or abundance sound like? How does it vibrate in your body? What does it taste like when you have abundance or you feel expansive? And lastly, what will it look like when you have abundance or expansiveness in your life? Can you answer these questions specifically and with some sense of clarity? It's important that you can. And if you can't, there most likely is a limiting belief or pattern that is causing the inability to do this. Is it the dread at doing it, the feeling like you can't do it right, or not knowing how? Or maybe there's overwhelm of taking the time to ask yourself these questions. If you have any reaction to these other than curiosity, intrigue, and possibly excitement, then there's probably a good chance a limiting belief is at play around this. The good news is it's definitely revisable. Now, it's important also to know that in the absence of information, in absence of this clarity of what it'll feel like, sound like, taste like, and look like, the universe will go on what you already have created in your life, even if it's situations that you no longer want, because it's already running in your system. So the universe will actually give you more of what's already running, meaning your critter brain, your subconscious brain, is running the show, and it will battle your conscious brain for victory. It's like dealing with a 2-year-old who was denied something they wanted, like having candy for dinner, and then threw a tantrum. And that is who is deciding what abundance is for you, for your adult self, when you don't specifically get clear about it. In the absence of information, you are asking the universe to expand and bring more of what you already have. Maybe that's 80% good and 20% that doesn't work. Or maybe it's like a 60-40 ratio or 50-50. Maybe it's even 20-80, 20% good and 80% challenging. Either way, focusing on what you want generally brings you even more of what you already have, because you haven't revised what has been in the way of having that expansive, abundant feeling. So you're also increasing the experience of your limiting beliefs, your safety patterns, and your generational bound loyalties. All of these get included in your expansion of abundance. This means more of the roller coaster. No matter what level of success or title you get in your career, there will still be some pattern of feast and famine. Feast and famine, and then feast and famine again, or that inner conflict of wanting to feel successful, yet you cannot seem to get there no matter how much you make. Do you remember when you were making less money and you thought what you are making today would be it, but you found out it's not? You still have the same feeling of dissatisfaction. So you've increased your income, your responsibility, your status in your career, yet the same unsatisfied feelings linger, and you don't know at what level of success will finally be it. This is the problem with trying to create abundance on top of these limiting beliefs and patterns. Yes, you have more, yet you also have more of the other beliefs and experiences that you don't want. So the unwanted parts are expanded along with the wanted parts, giving you more of both. This is what happens when we are not really clear about what we want. We talk about it in generalities around abundance and expansiveness. This is because they feel good to say. Those generalities like, I want to be more expansive, I want to feel more abundant. They do feel good to say, probably because on some level they seem to cover all the bases. If we have all around abundance, then we don't have to worry about each and every area that we want it or need it. Well, at the root of this approach is a scarcity belief. It's the scarcity belief that has you fantasize about winning the lottery so that you can have it all handled. You want it all at once, all across the board. So how do you remedy this? How do you align with what's on paper with your inner feelings and experiences about yourself and all you've accomplished and have that satisfied, abundant, expansive feeling. You have to shift the inner beliefs of scarcity. There are most likely beliefs running that what you have still isn't enough. And it's not always on a monetary level. It's not necessarily about money, although some part of you is chasing the money as the finish line for that feeling of success. It's actually much deeper than that. It's about how you feel about yourself. No, it's not always about confidence because you got to this level of success already. You have confidence. It's more about your beliefs about your worth, your deserving, and your validity in the world. Sure, you can say consciously that you're worthy and that you deserve all that you have and you deserve more and you deserve whatever you want. That is definitely true. Absolutely. Yet that is your conscious brain up here talking. It's not the part of your brain back here, your subconscious, that is questioning your worth. You need to work with the part of your brain that is running the belief that you're not worthy of feeling successful or that you're not worthy of feeling abundant and expansive. That is what's carrying forward the part of you that isn't getting that promotion. When everyone says you're a perfect fit, or the recruiter can't understand why they didn't choose you because you were the best option. You had it in the bag and you know the interview went great. Or you have products and services that are better than most anything out there, yet customers aren't buying from you. There's a part of your brain that views success as a threat to your safety. I know this sounds crazy, but it's how the wiring got laid down. And it's no longer useful for who you are today. It was useful for a much younger version of you who needed to make sense of the world and how to go about being in their family dynamic. This part of your brain sees you as going to the next level as something that could threaten your survival. So it sabotages it. It prevents it from happening, or at the very least, preventing success from happening how you want it, with ease and joy. The trouble is, this is the oldest part of your brain. So it has seniority. So it wins out every time. It gets to trump what you consciously want because this older part of your brain, your subconscious, is like that way older sibling that's babysitting your much younger conscious brain. Until you can align your subconscious part of your brain with what your conscious brain wants, until you can align them so that they're on the same team, headed in the same direction, going towards the same goal. Until you do that, and you're just going to have more of this battle of the brains. It's going to be like one brain against the other. And unfortunately, the older, more senior brain, that critter brain, is going to have the veto power. Yes, you have experienced some expansion and abundance in your life in other places. These places didn't have the same trigger or charge that the critter brain read as a threat. So those were easier and more able to manifest in the ways that you want. And this ability to have experienced expansion and abundance at times in your life is great because it proves to you that it's possible to manifest things with ease and in the ways that you want. You can do it when there's less charge on what you want, and you take down that charge by aligning your critter brain with your conscious adult brain. This is the trouble with abundance when you're trying to expand in generalities on top of limiting beliefs that you may not even know that you're running. Once you get clear on what you want and then revise those blocks, then the alignment between your two brains can happen with ease, allowing more of what you want to show up without struggle and without stress. It can show up with ease, joy, and delight. And as I always say, it's all revisable. To find out more, pick a time below for us to chat.